Hi guys, this is Zach Lope back with another episode of Fleuret Blanc. In the last one, I did a whole lot of talking, like a ridiculous amount of talking. So, to save you a bunch of the hassle of that, I went and talked a bit off screen. First off, one of the things I want to mention is, right here. All I had to do after finding this was to go and look up each of these things. Plus 47, minus 34. I just had to go and look at the paintings and the plants again. Once I did that, it took note of them for me in my thing. I don't need my notes, which is what I have. I still don't know what Moriao is, though. I do have my notepad open, and it says Moriao on the crab statue, and I don't know what that means. Well, basically, I didn't really learn as much as I'd hoped to. A lot of more, like, non-important stuff to the story. I'm not going to go over it because, I do want you guys to go and buy it. You don't even have to buy this game. It's free. It's free. I can't tell you how amazing this game is for a free game. Honestly, if I had known that this was a purchasable game, I would have bought it anyway, but I'd still recommend it. 'Cause it's really, really good so far. One thing I noticed, though, is I clicked on this statue. Statue of two fencers, ceiling above is unscathed, something appears to have smashed it. That opened up a point of interest in my, notes here. Which leads me to the next part of this video. I'm going to be going over each of these and just go over what we've learned. Because I did learn a few more things. So here, there were previous judges. There were at least a dozen. There's no limit, but there's only 3 right now. The Vu portrait. The tournament hall is a portrait with a blank face says you in French. It's among portraits of the 3 judges as well as many people I've never seen before. Nickel is nothing more than a silly nickname. He's Judge Uncle, but Uncle's probably not his name yet, either. All of the guest rooms have safes, except for Kant. Kant is not in his room for some reason. There might be some secret areas we don't know about. What's above the dining room? We'll get to that. Judge Nickel, yeah, there was a problem with my foil application. It really looks like someone was on the other end taking my answers. The attic windows from the outside, but there's no evidence of an attic in the chateau. We've solved this. So basically these 3 are basically about the hall closet being an elevator. And now I have the code for it, so I can do that. Soothing meal. This is something I found out, because it turns out I missed it because I didn't ask about a certain gossip topic over and over. The Chateau Gossip says the most interesting food Grams makes for lunch is the double exotic meal. Supposedly it puts you at peace. I wonder if they mean eternal peace. Well, apparently it's not just I swore I would get his name right. It turns out that guy isn't the only one who doesn't like her food. He's the one who can't stand it to the point where he refuses to eat anything she makes. A lot of people here will still eat her stuff, but aren't too thrilled about it. So that appears to be a thing. This double exotic meal sounds terrifying, but something tells me I'm going to have to go into the morning, go and talk to her, and ask her to make me the double exotic, whatever that is. It's gonna be terrible. Kant says he's seen the garbage man in the house. Did he pick up trash bills personally? I don't think he did. He picked them up personally. He was there for other reasons. We don't know yet, but I think it's suspicious. Roland snuck into Judge Nickel's room and found a ton of money slips. Which means there's a high chance he's gambling with the money that's being used here. Maybe not the money that's being used here, maybe just his paycheck, but he's probably gambling. One of the statues on the first floor, this is the statue we just looked at. Someone tried to destroy it. We don't know why. The decor of the chateau is beyond what I expect of the judges. Basically, we don't believe that Judge Ante, Judge Nickel, or Judge Grams placed this decor here. I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I think it's one of the previous judges. One that's not here anymore. Photo album an ex-member used to look at was stolen some time ago. It might be hidden here. I need to find that. Lurking in the shadows, Kant seems to have seen Mosk during one of his moon watches. So, I don't know who this mask guy is. I've only heard of him from Kant. But from what it seems is that this guy is not supposed to be there? Get the people know about it. I don't know. I don't know who Mask is. I have no idea. I'm very curious to find out. Nickel's in charge of all the finances. We already knew that. Roland handed me a gold placard that Kant had found. This has never come back up. It's something that I got at the very beginning of the game and then immediately handed back. The only word on it is Florentine. It's not the main characters. Her name is Florentine, but it could be a souvenir from Florence, Italy. I don't know what this does. So, it's going to be like a small piece, and it's going to probably make a lot of sense why it's in my notes here. Why it's on the points of interest once I know what it does, but I have no idea why it's here right now. Comatose. Another thing I don't understand why it's relevant to the story at the moment. 4 people were in a bus. Well, there were a lot of people in the bus, but the bus crashed. 4 were seriously injured. 2 are in a coma. None of them are from France. They were recently transported to Paris. We don't know. I don't know what any of this has to do with the story, but I'm sure it'll pop up again later. Anastasia's prized possessions, ceramic figurines. Okay, so Anastasia was the fencer that came before me. Basically, there is a limit to the amount of fencers that can be members of foil. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably 7. Anastasia was before me, and she just abruptly left. She handed in her 2-week notice. It seems oddly civil, but basically, her prized possession, ceramic figurines, fell from her room shelf and shattered. She left. And apparently, they called her a troublemaker. We don't know why. Yeah, here it is. It says she was a troublemaker. A troublesome girl named Anastasia. So we don't know why she was troublesome. We don't know anything about these conclusions, so I'm gonna skip over them. But basically, yeah, like... I won't skip over them. I want to go over a few of them. Monolingual, I have no idea what this is about. Lurking in the shadows, this has got to do with Mosk, but I don't know what it has to do with Mosk here. The accountant gambling problem, I imagine that's going to have to do with him spending the money of this organization. Automated error, we don't know, but I'm guessing that's part of the big main story. Vandalized photographic evidence, unique decor. Previous judges, I'm thinking? Previous judges, this is also going to be previous judges, so there's 2 things with the previous judges. We have an unexpected guest. I don't even remember what that was. I don't know what that is. Lowe's Graham's food. Okay. This is the elevator to the attic I need to take. Misplaced room safe and secret area, don't know. Okay, so as for characters, what we know about Roland. He's from Normandy, he's a vegetarian, he plays the piano, he's very family-orientated, apparently. Although at the same time, didn't someone say he hated his family? I might be confusing with something else. Bends the rules, he knows how to find all the little holes in the rules. What is the word I'm looking for? He knows how to get around them. I don't know what the word is, and I'm probably going to remember it later and kick myself for it. He's bilingual, French and English. We don't know that part, and he is the newest member before me. So that's what we know about him. Le Nieuw. I'm going to get this right. He's monolingual. He can only speak French. He owns a lot of stuff. He's from Paris. He hates Graham's food, like I said before. And he's the 9th generation. Okay, so basically, he is the member... this is another thing I found out off screen. He is the member of some sort of magician's guild, and he is the 9th generation in his family to be a part of that guild. Hence the name Le Nieuw. Nieuw must mean 9th, is what I'm taking from it, because apparently that's why he's named that. Which is why I need to get this word right, because it's probably not that hard of a word. The musician, Amara Delavar. She likes expensive things, she's pompous, she's goal-driven, and she reads and writes well. She is a perfectionist. She is a perfectionist. And she's also very full of herself. The moon gazer. Can't revise. He's the moon fanatic. He adores the moon. I found out off screen, his prized possession is origami. Which, the person who told me didn't understand it either. I have no idea why it would be origami. Unless that wasn't his real prized possession. I mean, it might be. There might be some story behind this little origami, but what they think is his lunar watch, because he seems to adore that thing. We've seen it. He's a conspiracy theorist, that's obvious. One thing I found out, he's friends with Roland. Not that we didn't know that, I just had to go through one specific conversation to get it. He's a little awkward, he's from Indonesia. Okay, so that's pretty much all we know about the fencers. And yeah, there's 7 spots here. Huh, maybe there are 8 fencers, including myself. Whatever the case, these are all the fencers we've met so far. Hall closet keypad. Now I can unlock that. So, let's go and unlock that. First off, what is the date? What is the date in this? I don't remember. Swap mode. It's the 7th. Okay, so that's important. Basically, let me go over what I found on this. The hall closet keypad. Plus 47, minus 34, plus 23. I'm going to assume the plus 47 just means it's positive 47. And it's done that way because the numbers can be found in any order and add together in any order. They're probably not listed in any order here, but that's what it is. So what I got from that was 36. I did the math off screen. Plants. One-ip, lus, even, time, stwo. Now, like we've learned, these 5 4-letter words are actually not words on their own. They form a sentence, and you basically have to see the spaces in between stuff. So it's 1 plus 7 times 2. I did the math on that, and if my PEMDAS is correct and you do multiplication first, it's 15. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1, which in PEMDAS comes after multiplication, is 15. Then there's the date, which today is the 7th, but that just doesn't seem right to me. They must go through a lot of trouble if they're literally just changing this last combo to the day every time. But at least now we can get a look. We can try and do this. 36. 36. 15. I'm not seeing 15. Huh. I was sure that the trick to this was PEMDAS. I was sure. But I'm not seeing a 15. And that would be the only answer here. Okay. Well, let's see. If I do it the other way. 1 plus 7 is 8 times 2 is 16. I hope that's right, because I am not seeing a 15 on here. PEMDAS, where are you? I was sure it was going to be PEMDAS. And the date is 7. What on earth is happening there? What is this? Oh, okay. Open lock. Okay, got it. Come on, PEMDAS, dude! PEMDAS! Okay, so that equation ignored PEMDAS. Which is very disappointing, because I was expecting the clever, oh no, you got it wrong because you didn't follow PEMDAS! Oh well. I can go up here now. That was creepy. Looks like Kant has found his way to the attic. I have to admit, the countryside looks beautiful from this height. It's so peaceful up here. I bet Kant just set this telescope up recently. He got to see some amazing things. Okay, so Kant set up his telescope. A lot of old junk up here. It's what attics are for. Too much for me to dig through. What is this? Pile of rubble. Yeah. They could easily be chunks of statues. Some of them have letters on them. There aren't a whole lot. I guess I should gather as many as I can and see what it spells. This letter V has a blank stone onto its left, so it must be the first letter. I'll have to keep in mind that these letters are cracked from stone. It's possible some of them are deformed in some way. I have no idea. The V is the first letter. I don't think this is a word. Shoot. Come on. Vivith? Vivith? Maybe the V is at the end. That doesn't make sense. Some of the letters might not be what I think they are. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know what that means. I have no idea. Can't move that one because it's obviously on the left. What is the answer? Okay, I'm gonna guess that the H and the T I might need more to solve this.
Oh.
I wonder if one of these letters was broken in half. I'll try again later. One of the letters was broken in half. What? What letter here could have been broken in half? I wonder. I don't think... Yeah, no, this is not gonna work. Yeah, this is not gonna work. I need to know more. I'm sure I'll figure it out once I know more, but I have no idea at the moment. I legitimately have no idea. Old junk, what attics are for, too much to dig through. So I still have plenty of free time. I'm gonna see what this is. Mesk on the desk up here. It looks like some scrapbooks. Set aside some time and search through them. I'm gonna check this out. Oh god. Oh god. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, I get it. I get it. Oh, come on. Perfect. Perfect, I believe that is. I didn't understand the minigame at first. Hey, I think it's just that photo album. I've been wondering if this was going to show up. Time to take a peek. Neat. It must be a family photo album. Looks like a huge family was living in the chateau. These pictures are probably 20 to 30 years old. But where are the judges? There's no sign of foil anywhere. Oh wow, this is even more interesting. This little boy has his face scribbled out in every picture. Or at least a dozen where I can't see his face. Who did this? Boy's really close to what looks like the hosts. If I had to guess, I'd say they're his parents. They're hugging him in several photos. I'll have to make sure this info's in my notes. So what I just did was extremely important. I'm certain of that. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can find up in the attic. I don't think there is. I think that's it for now. At least until I know. I bet that is going to be the family's last name. That puzzle. So...
Another text?
A conclusion? Do I have a conclusion? What is this? Basic sensors I've adjusted in the chateau's old... Oh, it's from Kant. Going to some basic sensors I've adjusted in the chateau's old spidering circuitry. The siege virtual is entered into the attic. You'll notice I've set up some moon-gazing gear by the window. Do not touch it. Also, please refrain from telling the judges we found the elevator. Don't worry, Kant. You don't have to worry about me telling anything. I'm not telling him squat. That's not what I want. Okay, there. Just put it on something. Unknown conclusion. So it looks like I don't... Use the codes hidden around the chateau's decor and the keypad in the hall closest by my room. Turn it on and brought me straight up to the attic. Can't have figured out there was a way into the attic a while ago. Once I connect that info into the keypad saves, it's only a matter of time. Okay, so that's all I learned there. I got this. Passcode 3616. Calendar date. Oh, okay. I'm real disappointed in it not being 15, though. I will say that. I feel like... Okay, one of the young boys in the photo album, his picture scribbled on, his face is invisible, but it's obvious he's there with his parents. Why black out his features? Did someone hate him, or did they want to hide him? Just gonna throw it out there. It's Squeakers. No. No, it's not. I swear to God, if it turns out to be Squeakers... If it turns out to be Squeaker... Okay, I found a photo album in the attic. Shows family living in the chateau. Could be anywhere from 20 to 30 years old. None of the people look familiar, but I've never been good at that sort of thing. Okay, so it took up one thing of my free time. But that was important. I had to do that. That was beyond important. Euro. Why is this an event? I'm gonna go a little longer because I talked so much at the beginning again. This time not to people, but about stuff. Free money. Don't mind if I do. Oh, no praise, midi, mon ami. Hey, Squeaks, you surprised me. This money isn't yours, is it? No, it is not. Sometimes Odon, Les New May, and Roland and can't get together and bet a game, so maybe it belongs to one of them. Wait a minute, this money is fake. All my money is... It looks so real, but these are totally counterfeit euros. Did you know about this? It's not real. Of course, mademoiselle. They look like euros, but they're in fact euros. Thank you for the clarification. One's not capitalized, one is. I don't catch the difference. Our currency is a capitalized D. It is only temporary to make monetary exchanges easier. When you leave the chateau, the judges will exchange your chateau euros for real euros. You have nothing to worry about. Why so complex? Why not just pay us in the real money? There are many reasons. For starters, it's safer. Physical money is easy to lose. If you lose a euro, nothing has really been lost. That's not exactly true. Because if you lose something that's equivalent to the real thing as soon as you leave, you've still lost it. Also, consider how much currency is flowing here at the chateau. It's dangerous to have so much money moving around. Again, it's equivalent to real money. Fake currency is much easier to manage. Like gambling chips at a casino? I am not familiar with the comparison, but maybe so, mademoiselle. Okay, maybe. I just don't know how this works, but it doesn't seem right to me. Now I must scratch a troublesome itch behind my ear. Please excuse me. So I found... That didn't give me anything! Napkins... God, there's too much I need to do and not enough free time.
Hello.
Hello, fellow lens toting pal.
Hello.
I just found this napkin sitting here. Is it yours? I can't say I've ever seen this before in my life. Though the handwriting is mine, and the numbers certainly do make sense. You're not good at keeping secrets. Your name's on the back too, I think. Yes, that's certainly my name, and these are certainly my musings. I must have left it here last time Roland and I were sharing a drink. You two get along well? We already know they do. It's either that or drink with the dog. But yes, he and I have many side projects, you could say we get along well. But he still owes me 40 euros. I don't doubt it for an instant. So what's with the mess on the napkin? Good question. Ooh, updated. Roland and I have worked out a system, an extremely devious system, that lets me use any technique in the book. What? That's not cheating. Not even a little. With my numerical mind and Roland's knack for manipulating the rules of engagement, we found a perfectly legal way to do it. Can I be in? It deals with the degrees of the moon in relation to the chateau and, more importantly, my lunar watch. Oh. Well, come on, man. Teach me the whole thing. I'm your willing apprentice. I just met you, and Roland and I have worked hard on this. Do you even have a math degree? No, but I might be able to pay you. I need not this money. The best I can do is tell you to watch closely during our Saturday bout. Maybe you'll learn how to do it yourself. Great. Great. At least that updated the character profile. Another text. What do you mean another text? Conclusion.
I'm onto something.
Enough notes to draw a conclusion. Okay, let's see. Gambling problem? The euros here are counterfeit. Why would that solve this? Florentine's a lot smarter than I am. She'll figure it out. All I have to do... Expertise lies in home cooking. Financial control. A lot of financial paperwork in his room. Ton of names and numbers. It's possible. They're gambling slips. Found all our money is fake. Turns out they exchange our cash as we leave, almost like a prison, a casino. He must use his financial control to handle our money like a casino using gambling slips. He runs the place like a casino, placing bets with all our money. As long as we don't need the real euros, he can gamble it behind all of our backs, keeping the profits from money that wasn't his. Ha ha! I knew he was gambling. And the fact that he's gambling with money that... Oh my god, that's devious. But what would I do with this? The only way to find out is to confront him. Oh, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. I'm gonna go save! Because this is gonna end badly. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do that in the next episode. because I've gone almost 10 minutes over my time, which should be enough to make up for the fact that I talked about nonsense. So I will see you next time, guys. Bye!